Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Okay, so, okay, so this video, what I want to talk about is the number one question that I get all the time when I ride my slingshot. I don't know if I'm the only person that has these things that happen to them or pull up, but what is the number one thing people ask you when you're slingshot? It's either you could be riding and pull up to a stoplight, or you're in a neighborhood and people flag you down, or you're at a gas station or something like that. What is the number one question people ask you about your slingshot? I'm gonna tell you what the number one question they ask me about my slingshot, and it's the most annoying. I mean, it's the most annoying thing. I can't stand. I cannot stand it when people ask me, "Did you rent that? Is that a rental?" Now, first of all, I can understand why people would say that, okay? Because the rental market in slingshots has grown. It's like blown up, and like you can rent slingshots all over the place. And a lot of people do rent slingshots. But what I cannot stand is when I say, "No, it's mine." And they look at me and be like, really, where'd you rent it from? Like I'm fronting, like I'm some guy out here who rents slingshots and pretend to be mine. Now, there's people who do that. There's absolutely people that go out, rent these slingshots and drive around like it's theirs, but really it's not theirs. They're just fronting. But for me, I own my slingshot, and especially my 2015. Now, I can understand if it is a stock slingshot that somebody might think that's being rented. But when someone has a customization, like I have a spoiler, I have a bumper, I have music, I have lights, all these things, people who rent slingshots out, most likely, not all of them, but most of them only run them out when they're just stock. They don't rent slingshots with all the lights. They don't rent slingshots with all the bells and whistles, because it becomes a liability. If they become wrecked, they'll lose money on the accessories that they put on it. But for me, when I pull up and I see another slingshot, I can pretty much tell if it's somebody that rented it or somebody who owns it. And especially when I see them drive the slingshot. When they drive it just a normal way in driving, I know it's theirs. When I see them drive like a bat out of hell, I know they're rented it. Now, I'm not saying it's all the time, but I'm just saying majority of what I see. But I cannot stand it when people ask me, "Is it rented?" Like I can't afford a slingshot. And then when I say I have two slingshots, they really think I'm out here just renting slingshots and pretending to be mine. It pisses me off, to be honest with you. And the number one thing, really, honestly, guys, it really pisses me off about when people ask me to rent them is because, now, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing. This might be a racial undertone maybe to it. But sometimes when I'm in certain areas and people ask me, "Did you rent this?" And I say, "No, I own it." They look at me like, how can a black man own a slingshot? Like, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, and it could be me reading it wrong, but the tone and the way they look at me and the way they ask me, I feel like it has some racial undertones to it, because I've literally seen people ask other people, "Hey, is that your slingshot?" And they be like, "Yes, it's my slingshot." "Oh, that's great. That's awesome." But sometimes when I've had people tell me, "Hey, do you rent?" I said, "No, I own it." And they're like, "Yeah, right." For real. "Where'd you rent it from?" And that really pisses me off. But I cannot be the only person that this happens to, right? Come on now, guys. Be real with me. Be real with me 100%. Do people walk up to you and the first thing they say to you is, "Where did you rent it from?" Or, "Is it yours?" I mean, I can't be the only one. Please tell me, am I the only one? If I'm the only one, then hell, I'm the only one. But I really doubt it, And then, but they do say, "Hey, it's a nice slingshot. Hey, I like your slingshot. That's great. I love the compliments. I love the attention." But what I don't love is when people try to think that I'm out here fronting when I really do own a slingshot. And especially that when I own two of them, I've had people message me on Instagram and things like that say, "Oh, you're making videos from slingshots that you rent and you're pretending to own two slingshots." No, I really do own two slingshots, and I have to sit and fight the trolls and tell the people like, no, I do own them. But again, you know, for me, I like these slingshots because I love the ride and I love sharing my passion with the people on my channel and when I ride. But really, guys, at the end of the day, that is the number one thing that really gets on my nerve when people talk about slingshots. So let me ask y'all this: does it happen to you? Let me know in the comments. And please subscribe. Please support me in this because I really want to make way more content, and I'm going to be on the grind. I'm going to be making stuff up that is going to be crazy. In my next video, guys, let me tell you what, my next video is going to be very controversial video. It's going to be crazy, okay? So guys, with that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm about to go see Galaxy of the Guardians 3 with the wifey. So I just want to make this quick video because I had to get out. If I don't get this off my chest, off my brain, it's going to marinate and really just mess up my day when I get this out. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody who's supporting me, and I just love everybody. So guys, I'm out of here. Peace.